cannot see my Johnny.
Well, we're 2 minutes early. You want to go anyway?
No.
No?
No. We don't have any introduction. And the only person that has introduction here is the boss. You know, he got his music and everything else. My introduction was taken off because that motherfucker asshole over there.
Well, you can always
copied
play
me.
Alex Jones.
Fuck you. Don, you want to do the radio show with me?
I think I'll start rebroadcasting Danny Tarkanian. And we never did one on Hack.
I gotta get in touch with him. I don't like this animal bitch, but we have to start pushing for him.
We need to, who else can we broadcast on the judge side that we have?
I'm gonna, and the judges?
Yeah, Sarah
I'm
goes.
gonna have
Sarah,
that.
they already won.
I know. Don, you wanna do the radio show with me? I'm gonna have that, Kearns, whatever her name is, I forgot her name, Rebecca Kearns. I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have Marshall again. If I ever can remember her fucking name. Oh God.
All right, let's get going here. Go.
Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, America. I'm gonna change my tune because yesterday I was talking to somebody in Buffalo, New York, and they were complaining that I always say hello, Las Vegas. I never said hello to anybody else. So from now on, it's gonna be hello, America. This is Rolando Larraz with Face the Tribune.
How about the call I got from Paris the other day? The guy
Broadcasting,
was bitching the same thing. You never.
broadcasting
It's the world.
from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world,
There
the
you
best
go.
city of them all. And hopefully we can say that honestly again after this election. People, I'm going to have a little bit of an editorializing minute over here because it is very important. We cannot allow the puppet of the RC, the family of the crime of the Reed crime family. That's what it was. I was reading over here. I couldn't find it.
The Reed nuclear option.
Reed crime family, RCF, right?
Yeah.
Read them. We cannot have them win. We have to take them. Look what he picked. He picked everybody that he can control to support them. If, let me see if I can put myself in a position where at least if you don't understand my English, you can understand my feelings. Okay? You people are smart. You people are intelligent. You people care for your country. You need to pay attention. Okay? This is very important. We cannot have these people controlling our politics, our government. We cannot have a guy like Harry Reid, after 30 years, I don't know what made him retire. Maybe he didn't want to get out there, a loser. But after so many years, now he's going to stay in Las Vegas. I think he got a house in where? In Green Valley or Summerlin or somewhere. He bought a house in there with our money because he could not buy it with his salary. and the way he lives, the luxury way he lives, he cannot. But anyway, that's immaterial right now. We need to make sure that none of the people that are controlled and are Harry Reid's puppets can win this election, people. You need to sacrifice yourself and put your personal feelings aside and think about, first of all, our community, Las Vegas, our state, Nevada, okay? And then the most important one, the country, the American country, the American country, then everybody wants to come here. Why everybody wants to come here? Because this is the best country of them all, and that's what it is. Why? Not because the government make them the best. It's because it is the best country of them all. You know, we need
In
to.
spite of them.
Yeah, in spite of them. But you know, just forget about taking picture with this big child that they think they are big child. You never see pictures of me with anybody, and I'm a nobody. Everybody, even the janitor in this building, is more important than I am. I don't live that diarrhea mentally diarrhea of no mental diarrhea of thinking that who I'm taking picture with, who I do this, or who I do that. First of all, I don't do anything with anybody. I'm always alone. So if you want to take a shot at me, you get a chance. You know, but in the meantime, we need to have people to vote for what is better for the people of this country as a whole. No matter where you are, California, Utah, New Mexico, Florida, I don't care. Even if in that trip we are going to benefit Marco Rubio too. It's okay. Let Marco Rubio do have a little bit of the luck of being an American citizen. You know, actually, he is an American born. But anyway, I know you're going to find something to correct me, so I'm going to start correcting myself. You know, the media, forget about the media. The media is not important in this election. The media is a bunch of prostitutes. That's what they are. Prostitutes. You want to sue me? You go ahead and waste your time because I got no money. I don't know what you're going to gain. You know, and I don't know what else you can do. But I'm telling you, we need to pick the right people for the to be elected in this election in November. We already passed. We already make a few mistakes in the primary. Let's don't do it. And let's face it, people, we need to start taking shots at Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell and all those so-called Republicans that are not Republican, are for themselves, and stop ignoring them, ignoring what they said. The guy from the Republican Party, what's the other guy? Mitt Romney, I forgot the word.
Oh,
You know, all the people that are trying to take your mind away from Donald Trump. The media, oh, now they are mad because Donald Trump is not spending any money with them. The prostitutes don't are expecting Donald Trump after they treat him like a second-class citizen. Why do they keep him on the limelight? Because they got nobody else to talk about. Because they cannot say anything good about Hillary Clinton. They can say nothing good about Bernie Sanders. They cannot say anything good about the Clinton Crime
the
Foundation.
real problem is they can't say anything bad about Hillary because they're controlled not to. And that's all you can say about Hillary is bad stuff.
You
Because
got
that's all that's there.
yeah, you got a point
So they
there.
can't say anything.
Yeah, you know, it's like I normally do with my enemies. I don't even bother to mention them because they're looking for publicity.
Yeah.
I don't mention. But if you don't write about Donald Trump, who are you going to write about?
Nobody.
You got no paper to sell.
Right.
You got nothing in your newspaper to sell if you don't talk about Donald John Trump.
And when they put this spin on the way they're reporting his words and take it out of context and everything else, it's exposure. People aren't that dumb. They can see what the media is doing.
I hope not. I hope not. But and everything the mainstream media, okay, anything those newspapers that are controlled by the leftists and the power that be, that they want to control the system so they can be ripping us off. Everything you read in the paper, my dear, give them a second thought and maybe take it as the other way around. Okay?
Well, I have a real easy formula. Anything I read in the mainstream media, I think the opposite.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm right on that. I'm right on every time.
Okay, now you're telling me that Donald Trump has 70%,
Disapproval.
Disapproval? Come on.
Where do they get that from?
Not even my 3 years old great grandson can think about it.
Hillary, under investigation, has a 60% disapproval rating, which I think, if anything's true, that's too low. But anyways, how can she be below Trump? What has Trump done?
She was talking the other day that they were celebrating the anniversary of one of those Mexicans, digitals, Baca, I don't know what was it, She said, for 4 years, this program has been in effect and nothing happened. But I promise you that I'm going to do it.
Jeez. So
you're going to run into the same problem, Hillary, that your buddy Obama found. You cannot do anything because the president do not have the power to do anything with the immigration. Don't be stupid. Don't brainwash the few people you have around you, the few blind people or ignorant people or people that are not knowledgeable of the American politics. The few that you have around you, don't insult the intelligence by telling them you're gonna do nothing, because you can do nothing. That's all you can do. Yeah, nothing. You cannot do anything for these people because if you're gonna be the president, you're not gonna have the power to do it. I don't care how macho you want to be. I don't care how strong you want to be. I don't care how much of a cowboy you want to be, Hillary. You don't have the power to do it. If your buddy Obama didn't have the power to do it, you're not going to have it either. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, what do we want? We want to have the same people that we had up to now, a bunch of what do you call that? Hustlers, a bunch of people that are
lying bastards. How about that?
Lying, and they wear fancy suits from
$12,000 jacket, and she's gonna be the working class president.
Yeah. Look at Harry Reid telling the Mexican people when he met over here at the Review Journal. The Review Journal claimed to be anti-Reid, but they kissed his butt so bad. They let him have because they like. You know what they do? They like to humiliate you. And if you want me to, I can do a show in Spanish so I can tell you in Spanish. They try to humiliate you by bringing you to all these places, all these luxury places, all the security and all the BS, so you can listen to them telling that the rich people are trying to use you. Well, it is true.
Do you ever work for a poor man?
I don't know. If you want to work for a poor man, come over I got a job for you.
Yeah,
You
just
know.
won't get paid, but you know.
So, but I mean, let's face it. It is time to open our eyes. It is time to start thinking of the future of our kids.
We need less government, smaller government, less regulations. We need to get off the back of the entrepreneurs, let them do their thing, let them develop their products, let them put them forth to the market, the free market, and let's see what happens. And we will make America great again. We have to get these incompetent boobs that get elected somehow to these positions and are not qualified to be a dog catcher, and we're allowing them to run our government and ruin this country.
They come over here, they try to brainwash you. Look at this. Obama, who was before Obama? Clinton, right? No.
Well, Bush.
Bush. Then Clinton. Then another Bush. You know, look at the history. And I don't want to go all the way to 1902. I don't want to do that. What was it, 1976? 1776.
Huh? Not that long ago when you do the math, really, but surprising
But I
how.
mean, we want to go to all these people. Do I need to go to all these people showing you how they live above all of us with bodyguards and residents with 14 bedrooms and it's only one man and one woman in the whole scene. You know, they try to tell you that it's they're gonna work for you, they're gonna fight for you. Please don't
Look
let
at Al
them.
Gore with all the money he made off of that phony global warming. He's living in a 10, 11, $12 million house on the coast in Santa Barbara.
And I tell you
What a
one thing,
hypocrite.
before you tell me anything, I'm not criticizing that. I'm not criticizing. I love, well, I don't know if I love to, but I like luxury. I used to like to drive my Bentley when I could afford it, but I couldn't afford the insurance, much less the car payment. You know, it's not that I like all that stuff. I like to be able to go and buy stuff that I like. I like to be able to invite people for dinner and don't worry about how much the bill is. I love all that stuff. I'm not criticizing that. I criticize the fact that they bullshitting you.
Right,
They are using you and they are taking you for a ride and you are allowed them to do it. Let me tell you something, folks. I've been in this town for 60 years. If I would be an ass kisser, if I would be somebody with all the people that I used to know all along my era in this town, you know, if I would keep my mouth shut and I would say yes, man, yes, sir, I would be as important as any one of them, you know. But even when my friend Oscar Goodman did something that I thought it was wrong, I I came out and tell him you're wrong. Well, he was able to prove me wrong, no me proving him wrong. You know, because the Latin Chamber of Commerce have an Anglo woman that was the president of the Chamber of Commerce. When Oscar Goodman took office, he created what, because the government is always fantastic creating names. Oh man, they create those fancy names that you say, wow, what is this?
Affordable Care Act.
Yeah, no, he created the uh, the government kitchen or government kitchen or something like that with one representative of every group, you know, which honest to you, I don't agree with that. We all Americans, we don't need to have a specific group for a team for this and team for that. You know, I was against the Veterans Court since the beginning. Well, somebody explained to me where I was wrong, and I'm not convinced. I'm not being completely convinced, but I back up until I learn more about that. I believe that everybody that sit and the bench, everybody that wear black robe should be able to exercise and to perform the job as best as possible instead of them being ripping off other people and committing crime from the bench. Okay, they should be able to handle court, um, domestic violence, any other of those, uh, what do you call it? A specific court. I forgot what they call them. They call them something.
Jurisdiction?
No, they
No.
call them another fancy, But anyway, so Oscar called me and said, "Look, I don't speak Spanish. The woman told me she's the president. She's talking to me in English because it's the only language I understand. I didn't know she was not Latina. I don't understand that she was from Canada. I didn't know the difference between one or the other one. Well, I have to correct myself and I have to make a correction on my opinion. Yeah, he didn't know. They put her there because she was the perfect thing to be in there. She was a woman. She was able to be manipulated. She was able to be controlled, and that's what the old staff.
She was a puppet?
I would say so. I would say so. And her husband, a Cuban guy, was a member of the Camera of the Latin Chamber of Commerce for a very, very long time. He was probably, if I can remember, he was one of the founders. Because Otto Merida was not the founder of the Chamber of Commerce or the Latin Chamber of Commerce. If he tried to bullshit you with that line, no, he wasn't. It was a lot of people. I don't even think Otto Merida was in the United States when the Latin Chamber of Commerce was founded. Okay, and then they grabbed him, they put him over there, and he grew there.
Well, he found it.
Eh?
He found it.
No, he didn't found it.
No, he found it.
Oh, he
But
found
they
it.
found him, but he found it. Went to work for him.
And that's what it was. He needed
He wasn't
somebody
the founder.
until the Mexicans start working on Automedia, because how a Cuban is gonna be the executive director? He got a lot of enemies, no enemies, because these people work sneaky. They don't do that. He had a lot of people against him, and finally, I guess they found him another job, another coaching job. Then is going to keep him there for another 20 years or as long as he lives, some kind of foundation or something. But he's still around. He's still making trips to Cuba. He's still talking about open businesses in Cuba, because I don't know why the Latin Chamber of Commerce of Las Vegas, Nevada, need to go to open businesses in Cuba. The business have to be here in the Las Vegas area. You see, I'm talking like this, and I'm not. What do you call that guy?
Paraplegia or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that guy is that they accuse Donald Trump of making fun of. I talk like this too, and I don't see anybody complaining about how I talk. So, what's the difference? But anyway, Otto Merida was the perfect candidate over there while the Cubans controlled the camera. But sooner or later, the Mexican clan moved in and controlled the camera. So Otto was like a decorated figure in that position. I don't know about the new executive director. It must be I don't know, he's Mexican or what, I don't know. But let's face it, uh, you cannot have an opinion if you're not Mexican in the Latin Chamber of Commerce. It is Tony Sanchez from Nevada Power, and all these people are controlling the Latin Chamber of Commerce. They insult the intelligence of the businesses in this town, pretending that they have so many members. The only members they got are the hotels, because the hotels are, who is that? The hotels are in a position to support all the minority groups. They are with the urban chamber, they are with the Latin chamber, the Asian chamber. Look at the contributors for all the chambers. The hotel chambers. The chambers hotel. Whatever you want to do it in English or Spanish. But I don't see any reason why it should be that way. But it is that way. That's the way the system is. That's the way they created that way. That's the way they are putting this stuff. That's the way they're doing it. They do things that is beneficiary to them, not to the public, not to the citizens, not to anybody else but them. That's all it is, people. And if you cannot see that, you deserve the worst of the worst. If you cannot see that you've been used, then you deserve it. You deserve to be used. I'm sick and tired of the people with that bullshit telling me, oh, it's for us. Oh, she's going to work for us. She's not going to work for you. She's taking money from China and from every other enemy of this country and put them in the foundation. It is a fact. I don't know that. I don't see it. I tell you what the complete, direct, straight Main Street media that you so much love is telling everybody. They took money from China and what's the name of that country where that little guy?
Korea?
Korea, right?
North Korea?
North Korea. They taking money from everybody.
Sure they are. And why?
For the Clinton Foundation.
It's not for the foundation. It's for the power that Clinton's going to sell to them.
Of course.
It's obvious.
But what do you think that is?
Remember that guy?
The Clinton Crime Foundation. It is like the Clinton Embassy. Everybody go there.
There was a guy, a Republican from Texas. I think his name was Wright. And I think he was a majority leader at one point. They got rid of him, the Democrats did, by saying that he was using his book, selling his book to raise money illegally to do something, whatever. Selling a book was illegal, according to the Democrats. Here you have the Secretary of State raising $10, $20 million from foreign enemies while she's Secretary of State. How is that not worse than selling a book? Are you kidding me? She's selling the country.
Let me tell
Somebody made a joke the other day. They're going to have to set up the Lincoln bedroom if she gets elected with cots because there are going to be so many sales going on.
I tell you one thing, Clark. I don't understand how people can be that way. I wasn't born here. I am not an American born.
You can't be president.
I don't need
unless
to be
you
president. I don't want to be president.
No, but I mean,
I don't want to live like those people live. Hiding and having secluded in a room. And if anybody wants to come to see me, they have to go to 7 different people. Being conservative. I wasn't born here. I have a country. Bad country, but it is my country. It's like when you got a children, when you got a child, it's your child no matter what, unless the child is an asshole like this guy in Orlando or like that guy in San Bernardino, because everybody talk about Orlando. Orlando is not the only crime that we should be ashamed of. It's almost 11 tragedies that have happened in the 7 years that Obama is being the president. Okay? But anyway, I don't want to get out of it. I cannot love this country more than you can, because this is yours. This is you. This is where you were born, raised, live all your life. And
I can be president.
I don't know how people, God forgive us. You be the president. Oh my God. First of all, we're not going to have any more judges anymore.
Yeah, goddamn right about that.
Anyway, how can they tolerate? I am fuming, and I'm not from this country. And I see what they doing, how they destroying this country, and it hurt me. I swear to God, it's completely, and now everybody have their own. Look at that happened the other day. They don't like the American flag and the fire. I don't remember how long it's been. I never pay attention to that. Look at that other guy. They put a guy in prison because he didn't do his job as a defense attorney, okay? And he's worried about how the flags are flying in the courthouse. Who's showing
It's
his?
a photo op.
I couldn't believe it. I had to write about that. I had to write about that. He denied a person that he know is innocent. He denied that person the right to a second trial because he told him, you have no ground for an appeal. Forget about it. Go do your time. You know. And you know what really pained me when I wrote the article? I know the guy. He's outside the courthouse. He's a nice guy. But how can he be a nice guy when he do stupid things like that? How can anybody? Look at that lady that was handcuffed by Josh Haven. I guarantee you that was a setup. That was a drama created by David Thomas and Eglett and all that little charade of people, because I never seen a judge handcuffing a public defender. What a coincidence. Then the guy was running for re-election against somebody that is controlled, manipulated, and like Amy Cellini. And I like Amy Cellini. I always liked her since day one, since I met her 20 years ago. Well, not 20 years, but 18. You know, I like Amy, but she was used. The same thing that happened with that lady. Then I told him and said, don't let these people use you. She said I was writing bad about her. So when I met her at the chamber of Bill Kephart, Josh Kephart, I was there visiting, and she came in, and Mindy, Josh Kephart, uh, judicial executive assistant, asked her, said, you know Rolando, don't you? And she said, yeah, he wrote bad about me. And I said, no, 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 no. It's the other way around, my dear. I wrote good about you. I wrote good about you because I told you not to let those people use you and put you together in the same fundraising with a judge that have more than 99 cases reversed because he don't do the right job in the bench. I told you those two lawyers, Pete, John, well, whatever his first name is, Pitaro, uh, Pitaro and Fumo, which now he won the election the other day for assembly. Now he wants to be a politician, and I like Fumo all the time. I like Fumo, but I don't stop seeing Fumo for what he is. He's an amicable person. He is, you know, uh, he's fun to be around, but he's only about Fumo. And Pitaro, same way. I don't know why every lawyer in this town think Pitaro deserves to be idolized, but he is that way. He's not a bad person. I had the opportunity in 3 or 4 occasions to sit down with him and talk, and we joke and we talk. And we've been sarcastic. We attack each other in a friendly way, but they go for what is good for them. So they made a fundraising for, and that's another thing. They never give their face. They always put somebody else in front. Somebody else did a fundraising for this lady and for this judge and invite her to be also in the fundraising because they need to have somebody with a clean name, somebody that the people like, somebody that the people respect, and they use her. So I told her, I said, I told you in person, face to face, and I wrote it in the paper. They use you, and you should not be allowing them to use you because you have a good name, you are respected in the community, your fellow attorneys respect you and admire you, and even Bill Kephart went like this.
Yeah.
Like I was right. He checked his head like I was right. Yeah, they used her because she's a good lady. She should have been a judge, and they take the opportunity of her being a judge because putting her with Doug Smith. Douglas Smith is a corrupted judge. He is a not good judge, and that's my personal opinion. You cannot sue me, judge, for having a personal opinion. As long as I live in an almost free country like this one, I am going to have an opinion. That's all.
Doug Smith had a 56% approval rating by lawyers that ranked the judges in 2014. 56%. We know that should be a lot lower than that because he's overturned on every. But that's the lawyers kissing the ass. And even at that level, they could only give him a 56%. In 2014, Judge Gephardt was a justice judge in justice court. His approval rating was a whopping 62%, which was a failing grade when I went to school. At any rate, they elevate him to a district court judge, and he only had a 62% rating in justice court? How does that qualify you to be a district judge?
What do you mean, favorable?
Well, that's lawyers ranking judges on whatever criteria they use. They rate the judges on an annual basis.
Yeah.
And Gephardt, when he was a justice court clerk, the last rating we have was 2014.
Right.
He got a 62% rating.
That's before he started running for.
That's before he got elected to the district court.
Yeah, he got elected. They didn't have.
But that goes to the point. We need another way to get these judges on the bench rather than electing them. Because how can you elect a judge that has a failing grade as a justice court judge and make him a district court judge?
Well, it's because what I have told you many times when we talk about your case, I have the impression, I believe that the problem with, believe me, his history as a prosecutor is even worse than the history as a judge. Okay, there's a woman sitting in prison doing I don't know how many more years in prison because he refused to play by the law. Okay. As I told you before, in your case, I believe that the problem with Bill Kephart is that he is trying to be loyal to the judge that retired, the judge that created all this drama, the judge that, in my personal opinion, was forced to retire, maybe not because anybody else told him to retire, but he realized that you was going nowhere. He realized that you was going to bring problems, and he said, "Let me get out before this thing get harder than what it is." And that's the reason. I believe that Bill Kephart is not doing the thing that he's supposed to be doing just because he wants to be loyal. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know if he knew George Earl. I don't know if he owed George Earl anything. And I never did research any of that stuff. So this is all assumption in my
there's
part.
Obviously something to that, and that's a possibility, and so forth. But my point with these judges is always going to be rule by the law, and you have to rule by the law. Otherwise, people are going to look deeper than you're ruling and find out why.
Yeah.
Why did you rule this way? It's
Right.
against the law. You were in court the other day in front of Gephardt, and he said he didn't care about subject matter jurisdiction. Now, that's a person that should never be a judge, because the number one thing you have to have in any court proceeding, from day one, you have to have subject matter
And
jurisdiction.
now my question is, why was Las Vegas Tribune the only newspaper covering that hearing that day? Why the Review Journal, the supposedly bigger, stronger, larger circulation, powerful daily newspaper, with three people in the courthouse covering the courthouse? I assume that will be one for Muni, one for Justice, and one for District. Three reporters. And why, first of all, why do they have an office in the courthouse? That's one thing, I had an offer to have an office over there. Okay, when Justice Gibbons was the chief judge, he told Chuck Shore to make sure that I was treated like every other newspaper, and then I have an office over there. I didn't want the office. First of all, because you have to make a big deal out of it, you have to go through a lot of uh, legal background, economical background, financial background. They all the background. They have nothing to do with what you're reading, what you're writing in the paper. Nothing. But I didn't want it. I said, no, Judge, I don't want that. I don't want to be there. I'd rather go by there, have the pleasure of talking to all those marshals over there, than always treat me.
Taking off your shoes.
I don't care. I don't mind. That is for my protection. I don't like it, but I accept it. I touched that point when I wrote, show me the law that said that we have to take the shoes. But if that taking the shoes is going to protect my life, then make sure that nobody. But in the other round, I realized that there is a back door. There is a door where judges come in. They don't have to go through the scanner. The assistant don't have to go through the scanner. The reporters, the court reporters don't have to go through the scanner. Any one of those people can commit damages to the courthouse and to all those people that are there. But I don't mind. I don't mind when it is to protect the people that go
I
there.
think that I could go over there in a suit, look like a lawyer, carry a briefcase, and I bet I can go right through that same door you're talking about, and nobody would stop me.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's a hole in
Probably.
their cracked security that they think they have. It's all a show, and it all means nothing. If you're a terrorist and you want to get into that courthouse to make some kind of point, you're going to get in there. I guarantee you. All this inconvenience.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that point is going to cost the life of hundreds of people. I don't mind taking my shoes off, my belt off, my pants off. I let them enjoy my body. I got a nice body.
I think that they have to stop this confusing themselves, trying to do things that don't matter. Maybe that'll give them more time to concentrate and maybe do some profiling.
But that
does matter.
But I want to go back to what I was talking about. Why is nobody writing about your case? Your case is fascinating.
It's too big.
Not because you're here.
No.
If you didn't have a case, I would have thrown you out of here already long time ago. Because you are obnoxious. You are a pain in the neck. Everything. Whatever everybody wants to say about you. I believe that you deserve the attention that the Las Vegas Tribune is giving you. I'm sorry. Your case deserves the attention the Las Vegas Tribune, and I wrote it to Chief Judge David Barker yesterday. I said, this thing has to be looked into. It has to be looked. Why are they, I was looking at, I don't know, was last week or 2 weeks ago, I was reading some of the old articles. You have gone to almost, if not all, the legal and law enforcement and all these institutions that are supposed to be working for the people of this country Attorney General, U.S. Attorney, FBI, public, not public, what do you call uh, Justice Department, District
Department of
Attorney, Supreme Court, Appellate Court. I cannot believe that there is no one person in any of those Attorney General's office. I'm very surprised of Adam Laxon because I tell you, we supported Adam Laxon. And I don't know if we endorse him or not. I don't have anything to do with the endorsement, but I'm not sure if we was endorsing at that time. But and I knew his grandfather, and I adore his grandfather. I don't care what anybody said. Governor Laxa and U.S. Senator Laxa is probably one of the best, hand in hand with Richard Wright. And I don't say Richard Wright may, no, it's not Richard Wright. Richard Wright is the attorney. Who was the governor? Brian. Brian. No, no. Richard Bryan, I think it is.
Right.
He used to be the governor.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting old. So it's Friday. That's what it is.
These people that you just referred to, like the Department of Justice, they will immediately will go to their 101 excuse 101. Oh, that's a civil matter. It comes right out of their mouth automatically. They can't stop it before it gets out. Oh, it's a civil matter. So I asked him, how is it a civil matter when a district court judge breaks the Constitution of the United States and signs a fraudulent document swearing that a cashier's check is lost, and he knows full well
But
it's not lost?
The Constitution have nothing to do with that, right? The law is what.
Isn't the Constitution the law?
Sometimes not.
Well, it is in this case, because the judge was trying to steal property that belongs to another state, crossing state lines. And he did it by swearing out a fraudulent affidavit. And we did it to pay lawyers.
Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how bad this town is to hide dirty stuff until they want to expose it. There was a team. I don't remember what was the team. One of those investigative TV shows that they put in TV. They were supposed to come over here to investigate the corruption in Las Vegas. They came in at 9 o'clock. They called their sources. They called their source and they said, "We're here. We're checking in the hotel. We call you when we get the room number so we can start working." That was at 9:05 in the morning. At 12 o'clock, nobody hear from these people. It don't take 3 hours. In those days, don't take 3 hours to check in a hotel. Maybe now, I went to the MGM one day and the valet parker told me it's going to be 2 hours before I can check you in. I said, what? Take 3 hours to get your car back. But anyway, in those days, it wasn't taking that long. The source called. Where are you guys? Oh, I was just going to call you. We're on the way to the airport. We're going back. They didn't allow them to unload the camera, the microphone, the tape recorder, whatever they have in their suitcase. They was not allowed to take it out.
They had the goods on them, and there was no answer. So they had to get rid of them.
I know a person that went to the FBI to complain, to sign a complaint, not to just go there gossiping, to sign a complaint against the sheriff's department. Oh, I'm sorry, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and Sheriff John Moran. And the FBI agent that was taking the complaint, in a moment, luckily this lady was there with her. It's a lawyer, The person went there with a lawyer. This person didn't go there by himself. and the FBI agent that was taking the report jumped over the desk and almost grabbed the person and said, "You don't come here and talk bad about Metro."
Was this the FBI?
Yeah. In my opinion, I put them in the paper many times. The FBI is afraid to do anything about Metro. They are afraid to protect the citizens of Nevada by taking complaints about Metro. They are,
Not doing their job.
well, also you have to think that some of those people in the FBI, when they retire, they go to work for the hotels.
Sure.
The same thing with the sheriff. Every single sheriff that we had, that I can remember, except Jones, I didn't go that far back. Raflan went to work for Steve Wynn. John Moran, I don't know if he went to work for, but every other, Bill Young is working for the station casinos. They all have a stake in protecting these people. It's simple as that. And that's why people, I'm telling you, you need to open your eyes. You need to ignore the media. You need to do what is better for your family first, for you second, for your country. If you don't want to be patriotic enough to put your country first, let's do it the other way around. Let's do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to be accused of making fun of what do you call this guy?
I don't know, paraplegic or something.
Paraplegia or whatever. I can pronounce that name. Anyway, if you don't want to think about your country first, think about your family, think about your kids, think about you, think about your future and the future of your family. You have to ignore. You cannot vote for anybody that is protected and is put in there by Harry Reid. You cannot do that because all you're going to do is to extend the continuation of the corruption and extend the continuation of the political misconduct that we've been living for the last, I don't know, 40, 50 years. I don't know. I guess since Kennedy, you know, Kennedy, people talk about morality. I mean, with all my respect to a dead body, I don't have that much respect for John Kennedy. He betrayed the Cuban invasion of Bay of Pig because he was a wimp and allowed other people tell him what to do after he promised that the Cuban people was going to have the air support of the United States to win. None of this would have happened if John Kennedy would have been uh, an honest man, an honorable man. I would not be here. I would not be here. I would be still coming over here. I was coming here before Kennedy was president. I used to come in, buy me a pair of pants, have lunch, and go back to my country. I'm not Mexican. I don't need to stay here. I don't need to live here. I didn't need any of that stuff. Well, now it's too late. After 55 years, I don't know anything else. I don't know anybody else over there. You know, I can go to live there with my social security. I live like a king,
Especially when their average wage is $20 a month. Jesus Christ.
Man.
You'll be one of the richest guys in town.
Yeah, I know. So I'd be a big man over there.
Until they shot you.
Even if I'm short. No, because they don't want to shot me because I don't give a damn about the political or anything.
You're going to keep your mouth?
I will keep my mouth shut,
Wow,
lay in the sand, and enjoy.
Gee, I'd have to see that.
Enjoy my chocolate milkshake, and
You already have the name Havana Tribune or something.
I already got the Havana Tribune, but I can give it up.
You have plans.
I can give it up.
You're not going to go over there and lie on the beach with that name on the website. No way, Jose. It's in your blood. You're going to be behind bars in no time. I'll have to go down and give you a cake, maybe with a saw in it to get you out. Jesus.
I don't even smoke, so you can even bring me cigars.
Yeah, well, you be at the place with the cigars.
Well, I don't know. It's time to go. It's time to go. So don't forget 2 o'clock. The herd with what's your name again? Clark Philly.
702-493-5222.
Do you get any calls in your show?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people agree with me so much, they don't have anything to call in to disagree with. So they don't,
Oh, and the people only call when they disagree.
yeah, usually,
So that means they agree with me because I never get any calls.
yeah.
I
That's
never
what it
get any
is.
calls, even when I call the people useless and corrupted and
Well, I called anyone that votes for Hillary Clinton the other day stupid. So, I mean, I put it right out there. Nobody called to disagree with me because she is stupid. How do you, I mean, they would be stupid. She's under investigation by the FBI, for Christ's sake. Normally, it's the appearance of impropriety that stops you from doing your job.
Yeah.
How can she run for president when she's facing indictment? Where's the appearance of impropriety?
That's right. So, folks, don't forget, ignore the mainstream media. Don't pay attention
You
to
don't have to
them.
ignore it, just believe the opposite of what they say.
Yeah, that's it.
Then you'll be correct.
That's better.
Then you'll know the truth.
That's better. And believe me, Donald Trump doesn't have 70% of favor. He doesn't have that. Believe me. So thank you for listening. My name is Rolando Larraz, and I stand behind every single word that I say in this show. Thank